drinking through my salary, half cigarette burning in the ashtray. It goes up in smoke like you and me, and not the thing that it used to be. I saw you out again, posting stories with your friend. Well, I couldn't believe my eyes when I saw that late night last call. It might have been the full moon shining in the night sky, and it might have been our song playing on the radio station when you turn it down. All those melodies were bringing back the memories. Your kiss on my lips told me why you missed me. Must have been something in the whiskey. Probably shouldn't keep holding on to you and me. You probably shouldn't be riding in my Chevy seat, sliding closer, coming over for a couple drinks. Same thing that we did last week. You take my hand in yours, pull me through the bedroom door. Here we go again, jumping back in like last time. And I don't know why, but it might have been a full moon shining in the night sky. Turn it down, and all those melodies were bringing back the memories. Your kiss on my lips told me why you missed me. It must have been something in the whiskey. You say that we won't do this again, but you'll pick up your phone and call me again. Whenever there's a full moon shining in the night sky, when you hear our song playing on the radio station and you turn it down, all of those melodies start bringing back memories. But your kiss on my lips told me why you missed me. Must have been something in the whiskey. Must have been something in the whiskey. Wake up in the morning about 12 p.m. Too much Jack and too much Jim. My head's still pounding like a big bass drum. I'm reaching over for an action, but they're already gone. Another crazy night in this cowboy's life. 'Cause I do what I wanna, do what I please, and all the bartenders let me drink for free. Everybody knows my name, and to me, you know it's just a game. Well, I get on stage and give the fans my heart, singing every night in a local bar. Sometimes it's easy, sometimes it's hard. It's a day in the life of a hillbilly rock star. Now along this road there's a lot I've learned, and everything I got I worked hard to earn. I give it all up because I love my fans, but if you don't like me, well, I don't give a damn. It ain't hard to see why people wanna live like me. It's 'cause I do what I want, I do what I please, and all the bartenders let me drink for free. Everybody knows my name, and to me, you know it's just a game. Well, I get on stage and give the fans my heart, sing it every night. country swagger. Keep the music turned up and got booze like Haggard. You can find us hanging out every night. It's a little bucked up, but we're all alright. Don't hurt the drain. Hey, let me hear you sing that I do what I want, do what I please, and all the bartenders let me drink for free. Everybody knows my name, and to me, you know it's just a game. Well, I get on stage and give the fans my heart, 'cause thanks to them, I'm a big old star. Sometimes it's easy, sometimes it's hard. It's a day in the life of a hillbilly rock star. Hillbilly rock star.
The most realistic online racing sim ever made. This is iRacing. Detailed laser scan tracks, fully dynamic real world cars, and over 50 series to choose from. 6 online world championships offering over $100,000 in annual prizes. This is the original esport racing game. This is iRacing.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Dirt Racing Network's live coverage of the PRO SIdewinder Dirt Racing Series. Big block modifieds tonight. Round number 6 here from Knoxville. Got about 19 drivers checked in. Some of the old familiar faces. See Jeff Stewart in here. The jabroni, old Nick Shamrone in the house. Robbie Schaefer, Kevin Fry, Reed Rundle. Do not see Gabe Glatfelter. Glatfelter was on a heck of a run. He finished the season off with the championship. and started this season off with 2 podium runs. And was having a pretty good run in the 360s. Missed last week's 360 race here at Knoxville, and looks like he is going to be absent from this evening's festivities as well. I see Deadhead. To answer your question, you need a PC that can handle iRacing. So you go to iRacing.com and check the minimum specs. And then my best suggestion is to get yourself a wheel and pedal set. You can get those anywhere from a couple $100 all the way up to a couple $1,000. As in all forms of racing, whether it is sim or real racing, the more money you spend, the better the equipment you're going to have. The easier it is to go fast. I'm not going to say you're going to be the fastest if you spend the most money, but you got a pretty good shot at it. Drivers finishing up some warm-up laps here for the Corn King 50. 50 laps for your feature tonight. They're about ready to do opening ceremonies. We'll go down trackside here in just a minute or so. We'll let them kick that off. We'll come back for qualifying. Tomorrow night, don't forget to tune in for Dominic Santina right here on the Dirt Racing Network. Dirt Slingers Racing League. Wednesday Night Warriors Big Block Modifieds presented by Grand Garage of Enid, Oklahoma. They will be at Cedar Lake, round 3 of their season. And last week was a humdinger in that series. There were some big-time drivers in that series, and it made for an interesting race at Kokomo. These guys right here, this could be a real interesting race. We've seen with the changes that iRacing has thrown out that the track is a lot different and the cars handle that track so much differently. We could see some really good side-by-side action if this track gets burned in correctly here. So that's what the driver's trying to work on right now. Signal coming up to me now that it is time for us to go trackside for tonight's opening ceremonies. And I'm going to try to see if we've got everything fixed here. Having a hard time with this connecting for whatever weird reason. Yeah, I don't think we're going to be able to get down there and get those guys connected for our opening ceremony tonight. It's unfortunate, but just having a whole lot of troubles with the audio on this thing. Doesn't seem to want to connect all the audio in-house right now. I don't know why. Microphone seems to be working okay, but either way, we'll keep it right here. Let the drivers run it out. We'll see if we can't get that fixed before the next time. Find out why it won't reconnect us. But nonetheless, we'll have a good show. At least we have car sounds and we have commentator sounds. All right, driver's about to take to the track. We are going to check something out real quick while they do that. And we will come right back to it. But I want to see.
We take you down onto the track for our opening ceremonies.
We have fixed it.
Ladies and
all right, well, we'll get us back down to the track. Get ready to watch some qualifying here. The old jabroni on the track right now, the 01 car. Guys, don't be afraid to say hi in the chat. Let us know where you're watching from. Several of you going to cheer for your favorite driver. We know that. Chambron's first time to lap. Going to come in at 20.094 seconds. He is quickest at the moment. 20.077 officially. He will come around to complete his second and final timed lap. Only 11 1/1000ths faster than Casey Miller. Miller's somebody definitely to watch. Just a lot slower on a lap two. And here comes Miller through the trap. 20.040, excuse me, 040. So second quickest at 20.040. Tied him up. Now 6 1/1000ths separate DeBarro and Miller. So the top three, the only cars under the 20.1 time stamp. 20.104 for Jeff Stewart in the fourth position. Yeah, that did not attach right at all, so we will get rid of that. It is Schaefer, Rundle, DeBarro, Miller, Chambron, Stuart Fry, Boydell, Fitzke, and Daniel Walker. And Jeff Stewart still out here cranking a few laps in. Something might be going on with Mr. Stewart's paint there. I don't know what's going on with the paint on that car. Let's go check a look. Yeah, that's Kevin Fry's paint. We know that the Trading Paints is working right. All right, time about to expire. It'll be time for heat races. Looks like everybody's going to our feature tonight. Three heat races on tap. A 7-car heat race and 2 6-car heat races for us. We'll get ready to run through the CJAuto21.com starting lineup. On to the pole for heat race number 1, the Circle Jerks podcast number 74. He's from Bedford, New Hampshire, Daniel Walker. And on his outside in the 21 machine, that'll be Kevin Fry. Your second row inside the Long Lane Racing number 5. Out of York Haven, Pennsylvania, of Casey Miller, one to watch. And on his outside, another one to watch in this heat race, especially that Full Moon Garage number 10 out of Hamburg, Pennsylvania, of Robbie Schaefer. Your third row. On the inside, the Pretend Racing Online Dizzy Motorsports number 86 of John Borst out of Faribault, Minnesota. And on his outside, the CSI Hopstadt Guzzlers number 92. From Hopstadt, Indiana, of Peyton Grease. And the back row, all to his lonesome. In Nagoon Motorsports number 43 out of Houston, Texas, it's Hondo Longmire. All right, next time around, that pace truck going to drop off in turn 4. Heat racing action will commence. Everybody transferring through, but the top 3 will get to go into tonight's redraw. And on the first lap of the feature, they will stay at pace speed. They will rearrange the field according to the redraw. They will mess up my starting lineup. Happens every week. I actually think Peyton Grease is not in the 92. He is in the 18 car that you see out there.
Green flag, green flag.
Green flag in the air, and a long time coming to find the throttle. But a good start as we're side by side through 1 and 2. Don't think that's going to last long. Kevin Fry with a good run off the top side will grab the point heading into 3. Casey Miller, the 05 car. 3 wide out of turn number 4. It's not Miller. It's going to be Walker hanging on for the time being. That's Robbie Schaefer in the middle, the 97 machine, and he's got an advantage here out of 2. He's got about a half a car. Oh, and contact as he bumped the fence. And Miller was there when he tried to grab it up. He and Miller making contact. Miller able to keep the 05 facing forward. They both lose spots. Miller lost one to Daniel, put him third, and Schaefer fell way back off the field, but he did save the car. And he is running 7th, about 1.5 seconds off the back of Hondo Longmire right here. Still Fry up front, then it's Walker and Miller. They are side by side. Now Walker with a mistake there in 1, got the car a little sideways. Miller was able to drive right around him. Casey Miller to second. Now Daniel Walker to third. John Borst hanging tough here. The 86 machine rides in 4th right in front of Peyton Grease. And Longmire's in there. Schaefer now has caught the back of the pack here. Running out of laps. Going to have about 3. He might be able to pick up 1 or 2 spots. Give himself a little bit better starting position for the feature tonight. Miller, Walker. I think Grease is having a problem here. I think John Borst had a serious problem. He may be taking the 86 car. Yeah, got it spun around. Might have got in the corner and got unloaded, spun the car around. Right now, Casey Miller, 1.8 seconds behind the 21 machine. White flag that time by Hall. Kevin Fry, 1.8 seconds ahead of Miller. Walker tucked in behind that. Then Schaefer working back to 4th, but Grease got a great run. Off the bottom, it doesn't matter. It is all Kevin Fry in this one. He picks up the win. Miller was 2nd, Walker 3rd, and it looks like Grease going to hang on by half a car for 4th. Schaefer was 5th, Longmire, and then John Borst will round it out. So he must have had another car drop in right at the end that I did not see, because it looks like we got 7-7 and probably 6. But Heat 2 lines up this way on the pole. The 11 of Shane Yates on his outside. J.G. Boydell in the 14. Row 2, the A-Treat Dizzy Trucking. Dizzy Motorsports number 01 out of Nazareth, Pennsylvania. Nick, the Jabroni Chambrone. And on his outside, the Buddies Racing Equipment TDC race team number 43. He comes from Oxford, Michigan, Reed Rundle. 3rd row inside the CJ Auto Perk Coffee Dizzy Motorsports number 21 from Nazareth, Pennsylvania of Nick Cohan. And on the outside of him, the Dirty Monkey Motorsports number 5, John Fowler out of Chesapeake Beach, Maryland. And back row, all by himself, the GRP Wegman IRAPS 617 of Lance Keister out of Fairview Heights, Illinois. So 3 more cars will make it into the redraw. Everybody will make it into the feature tonight. Lance Keister not making the call, so we'll end up with 6 in this one. All right, drivers jockeying around a little bit, getting them ready to go. They're going to get the green out of turn 4.
Green flag, green flag.
Green flag into the air. Good. A start for the inside line. Tiny bit of contact between Rundle and Cohan, and now Rundle going to make it 3 wide out of 2. Down the backstretch, squeezes. Car on the outside. It was J.G. Boydell, squeezed him up, made him get off the throttle. He settles into third, does Rundle. Cohan behind them, and right now Shane Yates, the 11 machine. Out in front of Nick Chambrone. Top 2 under a blanket, third and fourth, nose to tail. Fifth and sixth, a good tight battle back here as well. Chambrone keeps inching closer. A little closer here, a little closer there. Look at Rundle there, running in the third spot. Chambrone taking a peek on the inside in turn 3. Moved Yates up the hill. Does he have the drive in the exit of the corner? Not a chance. Just a little too much momentum out of the 11 car, and a modified slider line here. Yates not taking it all the way to the fence, but getting into the corner on the bottom, taking it right through that slick stripe right in the middle, all the way out to where you can see the marbles. And he's making that line work pretty well. Chambrone using the exact opposite. He's going in right in the middle and then cutting the car down, trying to drive it off the bottom of both corners and to make up all of the distance in straight line speed coming out of the corner. May have gotten it there as Yates got the ass in all the way across and into the marbles, and he lost a lot of momentum. We are down to 2 to go. Make it a lap and a half, and Chambrone going to take the point now. Rundle right in the mix. Any mistakes, any of the 3 of them could win this thing, but at the white flag, Chambrone, and then Yates, Rundle. Cohan hanging on to fourth. Yates pinned on the top side right now. Now has room to get down, and he does so. Going to try to get to the inside. Almost a little contact. Checkered flag in the air. Chambrone wins the heat. Yates second. Rundle third. Cohan, Fowler, and then Boydell. So, third and final heat scheduled for 6. On the pole, the long lane racing number 19 from York Haven, Pennsylvania of Corbin Hutchison. On his outside, the 3 car of Roderick Fitzke. The row 2 on the inside, the other wall photography number 72. In Milford, Ohio of Jeff Stewart. And on his outside, the 27 car of Anthony DeBarro. Your third and final row on the inside, the BAR Transport number 63 out of Muskegon, Michigan, Bill Coy, and to his outside, Chris Chabot in the 24 car. So Coy, that car showing the number 220. He's number 63 up on the ticker, but 220 on the side of the car. Corbin Hutchison. The 19 machine will give us the start for the final heat race of the evening. Top 3 again are going to go into that redraw. We'll see who draws out where when they get ready to come out for the feature. After they get done right here, they will have a couple of minutes, I think, to work the track in a little more. They'll give them a little bit of a warm-up period. Modifieds like to move around at low speed. They handle their very best when they are under power like they are right now. Green flag in the air, and Hutchison got a great start. pack behind him, jockeying for positions. Roderick Fitzke, Jeff Stewart side by side. DeBarro looking for an opening in behind of those two, trying to thread the needle here and get that 27 car in the middle. Had the nose there, just couldn't keep it in between cars. Hutchison right around the bottom, got that right rear off in the slick, and I'm not sure that's the way you want to get around here, especially if you want to be quick. You can see Fitzke up on top. That 3 car using the moisture, trying to find momentum. 3 wide down the front stretch, no contact, but a good run as DeBarro got around Stewart, made it a 3 wide affair for the lead. He didn't get it that time. Fitzke still had it. We are watching a great battle. Front 4 right here. Any one of them could lead the lap, but I think it's going to be DeBarro this time. Out of the middle with Fitzke second. Stewart got around Hutchison. He's in third, then Hutchison, Coy, and Jabot in that order. And we'll see Fitzke trying to go a little wider, a little bit more momentum, keep his foot in the throttle a little longer. Just too far around. And DeBarro's starting to make the car work in his favor. Starting to open the gap, got it out to about 2.5, almost 3 car lengths now. Stewart trying to run the same line that DeBarro is. He'd like to clear Fitzke. Maybe start making a run at DeBarro. Looks like he's going to almost clear him, but he got the car just a little out of shape. Had to roll off the throttle in turn 1. Two to go this time. Good battle back here. Hutchison and Coy side by side. Coy trying to work around on the inside. That is for 4th and 5th. Get back closer to the front here. Looks like DeBarro's starting to stretch away. He'll get to the white flag about 0.8 of a second ahead of Jeff Stewart. Stewart has got about a 4-car gap between himself and Fitzke for the top 3, but Coy and Hutchison having a pretty good tussle over 4th here. Hutchison had momentum off the top side. He's going to secure the spot. DeBarro wins Heat 3, then Stewart, Fitzke, Hutchison, Coy, and Jabot. And Jabot with a little theatrics at the end of this one. All right, so the warm-up session getting underway. Let's real quick see if maybe, just maybe,
the most realistic online racing sim ever made. This is iRacing. Detailed laser scan tracks, fully dynamic real-world cars, and over 50 series to choose from. 6 online world championships offering over $100,000 in annual prizes. This is the original esport racing game. This is iRacing.
All right, seems like we might have got some of our technical difficulties worked out. All the sound appears to be back operational. We're just waiting for the guys to get ready to kick off this 50-lap feature. And they are getting the track well worked in here. So under a minute to go in the warm-up session. We will get the guys lined up for 50 laps. All right, time winded down. "20 drivers, 50 laps, one winner." All right. They may not line up like this unless we had a zero redraw, but it's Fry and Chambrone, then DeBarro and Miller, Yates and Stewart, Walker and Rundle, and I do believe Fitzke ends up in the redraw. Then you're going to have Peyton Grease starting position number 10, the 11th spot, Nick Cohan, and Corbin Hutchison starting 12th. The 13th starting position will be Robbie Schaefer, and then John Fowler will start in 14th. Bill Coy in the 15th spot, Hondo Longmire 16th. 17th will be J.G. Boydell, Chris Jabot 18th. In the back row, John Borsch 19th. Supposed to be Lance Keister. He is not here, so 19 cars. Fireworks everywhere. Drivers will go around again. They will show the green flag, but no one will start racing. They will take the first couple of corners. They'll rearrange the redraw if there is any rearrangement that needs done. And then at the end of that first official lap, pole sitter will get us started. After that, it's all up to iRacing to call cautions. Big, wide, fast track. Maybe these guys have enough room. There won't be any cautions.
Green, green, green.
All right, green flag is out. We're going to look and see if anybody starts darting and diving for different spots. It looks like they will. And right now, it looks to me like Reed Rundle. That 43 car is headed for the pole. Jeff Stewart on the outside. Roderick Fitzke will start inside row 2 with the jabroni Nick Chambrone is outside. Then Miller inside row 3 with Walker outside. Anthony DeBarro inside of row 4. I think Shane Yates is right up in there. These guys getting ready to go green here. And I don't know what everybody else is doing. Peyton Grease going to pull up beside DeBarro right there. Yates is going to start ninth. So there's your redraw order. Just wait. There goes Rundle. Good jump. Stewart got a pretty good start. He's going to be able to grab second as we go through 1 and 2. But Chambrone going to look at the bottom. Does he have drive off the corner? Yes, he does. And he pulls right alongside and right by half a car length. So Rundle out of 4 going to lead lap 1. Who will be second? Jeff Stewart fights back on the top side. Give it to Stewart. Chambrone now with a big fight on the inside. Oh, one car finding a lot of grip off the bottom of turn 2. He's able to surge ahead into 3. See where that gets him on the exit of 4. He pulls up in front. Chambrone second. Stewart third. Pinsky is fourth, and DeMauro in fifth with Casey Miller around the top side and caution. Daniel Walker, 74 car. He's right in the middle of this, right around Grease. Out in the corner. Yates comes across the track, right rear into the left front. I think Cohan tried to slow down. Fry got in the back of Cohan and pushed him a little bit further up in there. I don't think there's a lot of damage to 74 car. He didn't hit the wall very hard. He just kind of got spun around and pushed up the track. So Walker's at the back. Rundle, Chambrone, Stewart, Fitzke, Miller, DeBarro, Yates, Walker. Walker to the back now. It's Peyton Grease, Nick Cohan. And then I believe Shane Yates is in there. This is a little on the stuck side right there with that top 10 because some of these guys were in that and ended up losing some spots, but it froze it right when the caution came out. So Rundle, Chambrone, Stewart, Fitzke, Miller, DeBarro. The Yates is 7th, then Grease 8th, Cohan 9th, and Robbie Schaefer, the 97 car, in 10th back here. Fowler, Fry, Hutchison, Longmire, Coy, Jabot, Borst, Boydell, and Walker rounding it out. Back to 2 wide, still 47 laps remaining, only 3 official laps in the book. All right, pace truck is in. We'll going back to green right here. Rundle late on this start, but a good one. Right around the inside, trying to keep that left front tire hooked down along the berm. Keeps the lead. Stewart still third. Fitzke fourth. Shane Yates into 5th. Then it's a battle. Cohan and Miller. That's 6th. Then Grease and Schaefer 7, 8. DeBarro 9. These guys shuffling back and forth like crazy back here. We'll go back and watch a little bit of this. Robbie Schaefer, Anthony DeBarro back and forth. At the back, almost 3 wide between Cohan, Grease, and Miller. Miller, podium runs in every single race this season. Oh, got the right rear up over the marbles right there. Did not hurt the car, it doesn't look like, but did slow him down a little bit. He is trying to use all that moist dirt to build momentum and run around the top side. Make up the ground that he's lost. Battle at the front. Chambrone now gets around Rundle. So Chambrone out to the point. Rundle second. Stewart third. Yates is fourth. Bitsky's still fifth, but he's getting a challenge from Grease. Grease right alongside. They almost shared paint right there. Cohan and Schaefer, very tight racing. Chambrone starting to get away from Rundle. Rundle making a gap to Stewart and caution again. Gonna go 74 car once again. Daniel Walker, same exact spot. Turns 1 and 2. Off into the corner. A little hot there. And 24 car of Jabot was a little out of shape. So once again, a little innocent contact. Nothing too serious. He should be able to continue. Chambrone, Rundle, Stewart, Yates, Fitzke, Grease, Cohan, Schaefer, Miller, DeBarro, the top 10 at the time of the caution. Right around 40 to go. Should double up this time right after we cross under the starter stand. Chambrone going to take the outside this time. Took it the last time. Got off in second and ended up making the pass on Rundle anyway. So Chambrone and Rundle, then Stewart and Yates, Fitzke and Grease, Cohan and Schaefer, the top 8 as we get ready to go back to it.
Green flag, green
Good
flag.
start. Chambrone, he's going to rock it out to the lead. Green flag coming back out. Rundle down around the bottom. Yates trying to make the top side work.
All right, man, caution is out.
And
Caution is
caution
out.
behind Boydell on the infield. Is this John Fowler? John Fowler's number 5 car. Lots of problems there. That rear end destroyed. Into the corner. Oh, finds the left front up against the right rear, and then it's just a chain reaction. So the 5 car will be dragged into the infield along with the 220 car of Bill Coy. Starting to see a little bit of attrition. Keister's already out, didn't make the call. Then Boydell, Borst, Walker. No, maybe not those 3. No, it's not going to be those 3. It's going to be Kevin Fry that is in there. He, Boydell, and Coy in the infield. So 1 to go signal. Going to go back to green. Didn't get a lap in that time. All right, pace truck going to head in. Green flag should come out of this time. Chambrone off the outside gets a good jump.
Green, green, green.
Yates on the bottom, going to work the inside on Rundle. Rundle trying to use the top side, get the momentum, but too much grip down on the bottom right there. And Yates does what Chambrone did, uses the bottom and rides right on by. Now Rundle going to try to fight back here in 1 and 2. Car out a little wide right there, but he'll take it down close to the bottom. Can he find the grip? Not quite enough, and does not get alongside into 3 and 4. I think Yates may have a little bit of an advantage here. Out of 4 and is about a half a car. Stewart's in 4th. Then Grease in 5th. Robbie Schaefer up to 6th. Watching the battle for 2nd. This going on behind Chambrone. Little contact there. That'll slow Rundle down. Now Yates firmly into the 2nd spot. No more battle. Battle will pick up for 3rd. Stewart tried to use the high side after Rundle lost momentum. Reed trying to use the bottom, finds the grip, shoots away from the 72 of Stewart. Caution as Rundle got alongside Yates. Let's see, is that Jabot maybe? Yep, Chris Jabot's car. 24 machine here, in behind Hutchison. Up the hill. Oh, right rear in it. You can see he was right in front of Borst, John Borst. And he rolled the car, flipped it over. Looks like he's okay. He's going to be able to continue. A little bit sheet metal, never hurt anything. So, Chambrone, Yates, Rundle, Stewart, Grease, Schaefer, Fitzke, DeBarro, Cohan, Miller now. Casey Miller going backwards in the 5 car. Battle closer to the front a little while ago. Kevin Fry right behind him. Nick Cohan right in front. Miller battled at the front and then started to slip back. Maybe finding the new track conditions here at Knoxville Speedway not to his liking. There's a lot of time left though, 36 laps. As we will get ready to go back to green again. Chambrone, middle of turn 4 on the throttle. Good start. And I think Jeff Stewart going to have a little advantage on Reed Rundle here, maybe, unless Rundle finds that grip right there off the bottom. Didn't quite find it. Yates found it down the backstretch. He surges ahead. New leader into 4. Who's going to have it coming out at the line? Chambrone gets it right back. Yates out wide. Chambrone along the bottom and once again. Caution this time, maybe the 74 car. Once again, the 74 car down in turn 1, and I just think the 74 car should avoid turn 1 at all costs. In there, a little hot, tried to keep it off of Longmire. And spins the car around, grabs Chris Jabot in the process. It's a little spurt of cautions here, a rash of yellow flag fever. A lot of laps left in this one. Sill, Chambrone, Yates, Rundle, Stewart, Grease, the top 5. Then Schaefer, Fitzke, DeBarro, Cohan, and Kevin Fry inside the top 10. Casey Miller back to 11th. Corbin Hutchison, John Borst, Hondo Longmire, Chris Jabot, Daniel Walker. I want to say Mr. Fowler's car might still be on pit road. Yeah, they do not have the time to put the rear end back in that one, nor do they on Bill Coy's car. So we'll go back to it once again. 34 laps remaining. Pace truck is in. I saw Rundle right up on the back of Yates, and that time
Green, green, green.
Chambrone waited quite a while to get on the throttle. Didn't really fool anybody as he didn't get a big advantage out of it. Yates into second, Stewart into third. Rundle slides back to fourth there on the bottom. Little contact between Yates and Stewart. Big pile up behind that.
Caution is out.
Kevin
Caution is out.
Fry right in the middle of this. I saw the 21 car spinning around like a top back here. I don't know what caused it yet. Right up on Fitzke, Fitzke, Cohan, all there. Oh, found a little left front, into the right rear. That's going to start a big melee. John Borst was in this as well. And Borst, I believe, is going to end up in the infield as that car was laying turtle style up on its lid. Looks like Kevin Fry, plenty of sheet metal bent on the right side of that car. Even on the left corner is bent in on the back. But he is able to keep the car rolling. I see Bill Coy back on the track 6 laps down. That car of Coy's looks like it is tracking funny anyway. Yeah, I would say Mr. Coy's car might have a little bit of a dog walk to a little skew to the left there. We're still in yellow fever here since about lap 12. All right, green flag. Coming out right here. There's the throttle pedal from Chambrone. That time Rundle was on the top side. Well, he had the advantage over Stewart down the backstretch off the top side. Got a good run, got a little more momentum. And by about 1 car length, he'll have the advantage. Uh-oh, big blink from the 43 car. Here comes DeBarro trying to work the top side. He's got the outside position there on Jeff Stewart. Robbie Shaver just trying to figure out which line's going to move. He's trying to pick the line. He's going in. DeBarro and Stewart trying to get the contact on entry. Now Stewart up the hill. They're going to continue to make contact all the way through 3 and 4. That slows down DeBarro. Schaefer able to make a run. He gets inside. Now stacked 3 high. Grease was on the bottom. Schaefer in the middle. Stewart on the top. There's contact. Here comes DeBarro right across the nose of the 72 car. Casey Miller on a charge back up here. Fitzke got out of shape in front of Cohan. Here comes Miller back inside the top 10. Now all of a sudden the 05 car is starting to come to life. Going to pull alongside Stewart. That'll be for 7th. Yates is getting around Chambrone on the top side. Shane Yates to the point. Chambrone back to second. Rundle into third. And then Schaefer is up to fourth with Grease rounding out the top five. Oh, car in the fence back in turns 3 and 4.
Caution is out.
We're going to go with Daniel Walker once again. It is the 74 machine. Walker, I think, was by himself, just jumped over that pile of marbles, put the right rear in the fence, and that's really kind of all it takes, right about there. It'll pull that right front end, and you're going for a ride. Somehow the 74 car resilient and able to continue. A little bit of changes at the front. Yates now your point man. Chambrone, Rundle, Schaefer, Grease, DeBarro, Stewart, Miller, Fitzke, and Fry the top 10. So Miller was 11th on the last restart. We got a handful of laps in, and he picks up 3 or 4 spots. Right at halfway when we restart. All right, doubling them up, and once again, a weird twist here. Yates takes the inside. Chambrone had been stuck to taking that outside position for these restarts. So Yates inside, Chambrone outside row 1, then Rundle and Schaefer on row number 2, Grease and DeBarro row number 3, Stewart and Fitzke in row number 4. About 2 laps shy of halfway. Green flag back in the air. Shane Yates with a great jump, and Reed Rundle going to take advantage of that restart and try to put himself into second here off the bottom of 2. It's 3, almost 4 wide. Out of turn 2 down the backstretch. Rundle's got second. Chambrone off the top reclaims third. Side by side between Grease and Schaefer. They go 3 wide. Again, you can see those cars starting to bounce. On board with Chambrone, got the inside on Rundle through the slick.
All right, man. Caution is out. Caution
And
is out.
caution once again. PG, old Peyton Grease this time. Let's see what happened here to the 18 machine. He's behind the side-by-side battle we were watching from the in-car. Up along the fence. Oh, got into the back of Rundle a little bit. And then he takes a pretty good lick. Car rolled over. He's able to get it refired. He is going to rejoin at the back of the field here. Bill Coy back on track again, still 6 laps down. This is caution number 8. And we are exactly at the halfway point. Now this time Rundle will be on the front row. get back to double file. All right, pace truck will make the hard left turn right down here in turn number 4. Yates on the throttle. He caught Rundle sleeping just a little. Chambrone uses that to his advantage, reclaims second away from Rundle. Here comes DeBarro, going to make a challenge for third. Robbie Schaefer right there. Contact, Chambrone and Rundle. That's going to open the door for both DeBarro and Schaefer to go by both of them. Nick Cohen going to take advantage. Now Chambrone trying to slam the door. Can't get it done. Got into the right side of the 21 machine of Kevin Fry. Stewart and Miller go by. Chambrone in the space of a lap goes from second to 9th after the tiny bit of contact between he and Rundle. So Yates has the front to himself, almost 9/10 of a second ahead of DeBarro. He's got the pack right behind Rundle with a good run down the backstretch, pulls alongside. Rundle looking for grip off the bottom of 4. Still DeBarro at the line for second. Now if Rundle can find that grip, that run out of 2 that he had the last time. Now he surges ahead by a full car. Robbie Schaefer running right there in the 4th spot with Cohan right behind that. Some major shaking going on here. Schaefer trying to go through the middle on Rundle and DeBarro. Meanwhile, they are letting Shane Yates get out there over a second now. Once again, the run off the bottom of 2 for Rundle. Now he clears DeBarro. Schaefer, DeBarro contact in 3 and 4. Both cars checked up a little bit. That gives Rundle breathing room. Schaefer around the inside, going to take third. Cars hooked up. That looks like Kevin Fry and Nick Cohan. And Cohan going to go for the ugly ride. That looks like maybe Fry got in just a little bit hot. Cohan got a little sideways there. They touch. And Nick Cohan comes up with the tough end of that stick. So inside 20 to go. Yates, Rundle, Schaefer, DeBarro. Cohan no longer in that 5th spot. Fry may stay 6th. He'll actually move to 5th. Then Chambrone, Miller, Stewart, Fitzke, and Hutchison in our top 10 right now. So the 21 of Cohan in the infield. Hondo Longmire in 15th. The last car on the lead lap. Bill Coy 7 laps down in 16th. And that's because Cohan is still being shown on the lead lap. But as soon as we get back to racing, that will change a little bit. All right, once again, Yates, Rundle, front row, 18 to go. Pace truck in, Yates on the throttle, not a good start for Rundle as Schaefer able to pull alongside. Schaefer off the bottom of 2, didn't have as much run down the backstretch, I think, as he wanted. He's going to bring it across. Car starting to hop around, little bump developing in 3. Yates up on the top side, around 1 and 2, keeps the lead. Robbie Schaefer trying to close in. He's using the bottom, the middle, now slides it out closer to the top. Kevin Fry around Anthony DeBarro into 4th. Front 4 cars on the bottom, 3 wide behind that. DeBarro, Miller, Stewart, and caution once again. This could be the 3 car of Fitzke. It will be the 3 car of Fitzke. Into the corner, right rear up over the marbles. Little, we're going to call that a wall ride. And he has the car upside down. So down to 15 to go. Track really widening out. You can see it getting slicker from the middle out, from the bottom to the middle, excuse me. And there are some bumps starting to develop, especially on the entry to turn number 3. You get those bumps to develop, and these cars start to rocking and rolling when they get off in the corner. And they will just kind of hop around on that right rear tire. It's hard to get grip every time the car bounces because if the tires aren't making contact with the racing surface, you can't go anywhere, no matter how much the tire spins. And when it lands and it's spinning, it just keeps on spinning. So we'll get the guys lined back up, ready to go. $15 to go when they drop the green. Let's see if we can get to the end here. Yates, Schaefer, then Rundle, Fry, DeBarro, and Miller. Casey Miller with a run back to the field all the way up to 6th.
Green, green, green.
Late race charge from the 05 machine. See if he can secure another podium spot tonight. He goes wide, finds the fence. That is not going to help that cause at all. 3 wide contact. All kinds of stack up there. Chambrone in the middle between Grease and Stewart. Miller trying to make it 4 wide. I don't know if there's a lane out there for the 05 car. Almost gets the door slammed on him down the front stretch. Great battle back here. Too bad it's not for the win. Chambrone squirts between cars. He takes over the 6th spot. Casey Miller went from inside the top 6. Now he's barely hanging inside the top 10. All the way back to 9th. Yates, a third of a second out in front of the field, which doesn't sound like much, and it looks like even less right here. As you can see, the 43 and the 97 side by side, and Rundle trying to make a bid to maybe go up here and steal the win away from Yates. Yates has led the lion's share of the laps. 12 to go that time. Yates trying to keep the bottom locked in. Rundle trying to keep the 43 car in a position to take advantage of the tiniest mistake. He's dealing with the 97 of Schaefer on his outside. Schaefer with a good run out of 4. He takes 2nd by about 3/4 of a car. This one finished early, must have run out of time. So that is going to be interesting. It's going to be Yates, Schaefer, and Rundle, your top 3, and I think that goes on for the remaining about 10 laps. We may have a different winner. But right now, it is all Shane Yates. As the time limit expired, So we'll get these top 3 guys to come around here. We'll park them up right here, and we will start bringing drivers into chat. Well, that's going to be interesting if that's how that's going to go. Okay, now we're fixed. Way better. Let's grab a driver. I see Shane Yates. I was looking for Reed Rundle, but I don't see him yet. Still looking for Robbie Schaefer as well. I normally see Robbie Schaefer in the chat down here, but nothing yet. There's Robbie Schaefer. Now, Reed Rundle. Let's see if Reed can find his way in here to Discord and have a chat with us real quick. Looking for Mr. Rundle. Not sure if Reed is going to be in here or not. Don't know if he has Discord for sure or not. There's Reed Rundle. He's in the chat. You found your way into chat there, Mr. Rundle. Oh, and then he takes off on me. I don't know what he's doing. Now he's back. Yeah, your light is lighting, but nobody's home. Which I have to admit is not really a surprise. Chuckle, chuckle. You there, Reed? The light is on, but I don't hear anything. You know, it's hard to teach these old guys new tricks. That's all I'm going to say. I'm not going to say much else. If we were on TeamSpeak, he'd have it. Boom, he'd be on it. This newfangled technology might be getting the best of him, folks. Well, let's throw him back. Let's grab Robbie Schaefer. We'll see if he can get his stuff fixed. We'll come back to him after we do Schaefer here. Let's get Robbie Schaefer in. He finishes second tonight. Robbie, you there?
Yep, I got you.
Well, we're having a little technical difficulty with Mr. Rundle, so we're going to jump to you and talk to you first, man. Unfortunately, I believe that the time will run out on the session, but with 10 laps to go and the run that you were making right there, I got to feel like you have the feeling that maybe second place was not where you needed to be. You probably had an opportunity to get around the 11 car and pick up the win.
Yeah, for sure. That was the best I felt in a long time. You know, my car was really good in like the middle. I could enter on the bottom real hard and slide up to the middle and get a really good run. I was really caught off guard because it just threw the white flag for us when we still had 10 to go. So I thought I definitely had more time, but Shane definitely ran a really good race. He would have been tough to pass, but it would have been a fun to try.
Yeah, I was not really watching when the white flag came out. I was thinking, 10 laps to go. I'm sure they got enough time in the time limit. And the next thing I know, we're coming around and the fireworks start going off. And I was like, I have no idea what happened there. There was no notification for you guys. They didn't tell you, hey, session's about to run out, nothing like that?
No, I mean, I don't think anybody knew. We can't really see the time of the session or anything. And, yeah, like I said, it gave us the white flag. And I figured that's what was happening.
Well, it's unfortunate. Real quickly, the new tire, or not necessarily the new tire model on this car, but the new track conditions, and especially here, I'm noticing that some bumps start to develop right on the entries to the corners. Is that tough to negotiate when you start to get the car bouncing all around going through the corner?
Yeah, it's so tough. Me and Shane were just talking about that in the waiting room, actually. It feels like your car's going to flip over when you hit those bumps up high. It shakes it all around and messes with the throttle, and yeah, it's really tough. I didn't want any part of that up top.
Well, still a great run, man. Second is nothing to scoff at. Who do you got on the car helping you out before we let you get out of here tonight?
Yeah, thank my sponsor, Full Moon Garage. They keep our cars looking good, and want to thank Nick and Dirt Racing Network for putting on these races. It's a lot of fun.
All right, man. Well, thanks for chatting with us, and we look forward to seeing you next week, buddy.
Thank you.
Robbie Schaefer, your second place finisher. Let's see if the old dog did learn a new trick. Reed, you got that thing working yet? Reed Rundle, are you there, buddy? Let me make sure I don't accidentally. He's not muted. Nope, he is 100% to go. Got to be something with an uncoupling here. Yep, got to be something with an uncoupling. He just messaged me to say he doesn't know why it's not working, but that's all right. I'm sure he would he would say that was a fun race. I know kind of how Reed likes to do his interviews, and he'd thank all of the sponsors on his car. Looked like a good run he was having. Kind of wish we could chat with him, but it doesn't look like that's going to happen tonight. We're going to move on and talk to Mr. Yates. If you get that fixed, give me a poke, Reed, and we'll bring you back in at the end. Let's grab tonight's winner, Shane Yates, and bring him in here.
What's up?
You there, buddy? I thought I heard you. Yeah, I got him now. Well, man, you led the lion's share of this thing, and then all of a sudden time runs out. But you were getting a lot of pressure from Schaefer. Tell me what you think happens if we remain and run those 10 laps there at the end instead of cutting this thing off. Can you hold him off?
I don't know if I could or not, man. He was moving on pretty good. I mean, it's just hard to tell. I had the top. I had it working real good, and it got super bumpy up there, and I felt like I was going to flip. So I had to move to the bottom. And 1 and 2, I had quite a bit of speed, but I was having problems in 3 and 4. So it's hard telling if I could have held him off. I think if he had passed me, it'd have been 3 and 4.
Yeah, it looked like things changed quite a bit during the event, during the feature anyway. Guys were searching around. We saw you running the top for the longest time, then all of a sudden I thought maybe you went to the bottom because Rundle was making endways on you and closing the gap, and I thought maybe under one of the cautions there you just decided to make a concerted effort to go to the bottom, but I guess that's where the grip was left and there wasn't quite as many bumps, right?
No, there wasn't no bumps in there. It was smooth. It's just you had to hit 1 and 2 I could hit right. I knew I could run it good, but I wasn't sure about 3 and 4. But it was just so bumpy up there. Every time I go in there wide open, I just felt like I was going to flip.
Well, definitely a change from the bumps being on the straightaways to being kind of at the entries to the corner, and it does kind of add a little bit more realism because we all know, chuck holes develop on the entrance to these corners. With this big car, and it likes to get up on the bike anyway, it just makes it a tough. Can you miss that bump when you go in the corner by not necessarily even going all the way to the bottom? Is there a way you can miss it out here on this track?
When it gets bumpy on the top, I don't think you can miss it because I was trying different things. I was trying to go in easier, and it was still just bouncing and bouncing. It's like I was losing traction up there. I'd say maybe the cut down, but I was afraid to do that because it's so slick down there. I didn't try it, but I should have. Go high, start going high in the turn, then cut down, and then pass the bumps, probably. But I didn't want to try it.
Well, still an awesome run. You're going to pick up the win here tonight, man. Who's on the car helping you out before we let you go celebrate?
Team No Love, my team there, and House of Speed, and Carl's Consulting, or Kilgore Consulting. And I'd like to thank you for putting this broadcast on, man, and the league guys.
All right, man. Well, thanks for chatting with us. Congrats on the win. Look forward to seeing you. If we don't see you next week in the 360s, we'll see you back in the big blocks the week after.
All right, bud. Take it easy.
All right, your winner tonight, folks, Shane Yates. All right, let's try to get Reed Rundle. Now, let's see if the old man figured out the new trick yet. Are you there, buddy? It's not looking good, folks. I see the light. I don't hear the sound. Whoa, I almost heard something. I thought for a second I heard a little static. Well, you know what, buddy? We'll try again next time. Appreciate you giving it the old college try there. Have a good evening, and I'll see you on the track. All right, Reed Rundle not going to be able to get with us. Technical difficulties going to prevent that, but he did have a good run. Said he did have some fun. Let's take a quick look at our results for tonight. Gates wins it. Schaefer was second. Rundle third. DeBarro fourth. Chambrone comes home fifth. Then Jeff Stewart. Casey Miller. Late race problem for him, but he does recover back to seventh position. Daniel Walker in eighth. That 74 car had all kinds of problems all night long. Still comes home with a top 10 finish. Corbin Hutchison in ninth. Kevin Fry was 10th. Then Chris Jabot in the 11th spot. 12th to Hondo Longmire. Peyton Grease 13th. 14th to Roderick Fitzke. Bill Coy in the 15th spot. 16th, Nick Cohan. John Borston 17th. John Fowler 18th. J.G. Boydell 19th. And Lance Keister will be scored as 20th. It was definitely an interesting one. No, that was not what we were looking for. Definitely an interesting one. A rash of yellow fever right there, kind of middle of the race, and then used up all the time and ended up with 10 laps really remaining. We're running out of time racing for the evening, but still fun to watch, and we've gotten to see both the 360s and the big blocks on this big old track here at Knoxville and seeing how it's going to react. So we know what we have to do going forward. Make some improvements. I hope everybody enjoyed the show, guys. Thanks for tuning in. Like, share, and follow us on Facebook. Go over on YouTube and Twitch and follow with the subscribe button. Now, every time we go live, don't forget tomorrow night, Dominic Santina, 9 o'clock Eastern. Dirt Slingers. Wednesday Warrior Series. They'll be at Cedar Lake. Big Block Modifieds are back on the track. Come and join for that. Say hi in the chat. But for myself and Dominic here at the Dirt